I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
Welcome to Snake Envy. So we're going to do a question of the day. We just got back from Pomona. We saw a lot of things, and that's the great thing about expos. You know, we're both kind of snake guys primarily, but you get to an expo and you get excited about
I gotta see stuff that I don't get to see.
yes, and you get the bug a little bit. But we both have an interest in lizards, and a lot of your early time in the hobby was spent with lizards, geckos, anoles. But if you were to get a lizard right now, which one would it be?
I don't have a specific species, but or subspecies, I guess is more appropriate. But I would probably work with anole lizards again. Um, I just find it very intriguing that these animals can change colors for one and live in a variety of habitats, but they have a secret color. They have a throat fan. There's a rib that shoots out and creates a fan, and so every species is different color, and so some are blue, some are yellow, some are orange, and so I think that's fun to see those hidden colors. And then it's fun to watch them defend their territory, the males, and watch over their territories and court females. And so they do all these head bobs and push-ups, and they're running around all the time. They're super active, and you can just sit in your room and watch your terrarium. And I have big terrariums where they would, one pair would live on one side and the other pair, and if they got too close you would see some little skirmishes and stuff, and so I always thought that was hilarious. And they also get a crest on the back of their neck down to their tail too, that they try to do that to make themselves look bigger, but I just think it's neat that they do that too. So that's probably my favorite lizard species.
I'm going to answer this two ways. I do have a bucket list, and you and I sought these out in Pomona, and we found them. But in the beaded lizard family, I would give anything to have a Gila monster. It's obviously not an easy thing to do in the state we live in because they're native to southern Utah. But owning a Gila monster has always been a bucket list thing for me, partly because they would eat the same diet that my snakes are eating. It would be
they're awesome.
It would be easy, and they do extremely well in captivity. So I would love to have a Gila monster, but more realistically, it's actually technically an anole, but it's called the Cuban false chameleon. I love them. Now, a lot of people think they're boring because they're kind of like a bearded dragon. They actually enjoy being handled, and they'll just sit still, and they're not trying to jump.
Yeah.
They're not trying to go from place to place. So some people find them boring. They're also not really brightly colored. They're kind of grays and browns, but their head is amazing. It's long and it's narrow. It's like a dragon, like a dino.
Cool.
They look
spikes.
like they've got the spikes on the back. I love them, and part of the reason I would want one is because they're so handleable. If I was to get a lizard, I'd want one that I could handle some.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people think they're boring, but that would definitely be one I would do. Now, what always keeps me from getting lizards, I don't like feeding insects.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
it's a downer. But
it is a downer. But the false chameleons are snail eaters naturally in the wild. That's their preferred prey. I've heard you can find canned snails and that you can get them to eat them, but I don't know that you can avoid feeding insects. That's the one downer. So that would be mine. So please let us know in the comments whether you're snake people, whether you're already lizard people, what's that next lizard on your list. Thank you.
Thanks.